Starting to the top right, the best player in the entire world. He's starting for Team StarTale. It is
StarTale Life.
Crowd mic going strong.
Starting to the top left, we have Life's opponent. 3. This is the third game for him. The third opponent is Life. He took down 2 Terrans. Can he do it again? It is
Azubu Symbol.
On a roll. He's got that towel in the booth looking like Gumiho. Very vocal Symbol fans as well. I think we have this new little audio that goes into our headsets.
Alright, what are we gonna see here?
That's the question. No early pools just yet.
Yeah. Oversupply for Life. Exactly as he likes it. And right now we have both of them not with the pool just yet. 13 supply. So will we see hatch press from both of these players? Both of them going into economy play? Or is one of them trying to play it a little bit safer, going for the pool first? Doesn't really look like it.
Yeah, this is a 4-player map that's relatively large, so most players will play it safe and go for the hatch first. Or rather, will play a little bit risky, but we actually see pool first for Life. And there's the hatch first going down for Symbol at his natural. And a gas as well for Life first before his pool, or before his hatch. So he's going to have speed out very early. This is going to give him the ability to scout very well and also threaten with his lings a lot earlier than Symbol will be able to do.
In this situation, Symbol definitely gets a bit of a lead when it comes down to the opening. So he gets the better economy here. But on the other hand, we have the scouting information available to Life already. So he's in a position where he now scouted with the first Overlord where exactly his opponent is spawning. And he also knows about the hatch first. So he can change his build accordingly. He knows at this point very well that there is no aggression in the early game. That the only thing that Symbol can do is hit him a little bit later.
Yeah, very true. Is mining triple gas here. We're going to watch that very closely. See if he continues to mine gas afterwards. Probably going to pull out 1 or 2 of his harvesters for a little while so he can get his queens. He can count up. That's what you want in ZVZ to make sure you have that wall and you can defend against any Baneling aggression. He could go for a very aggressive Zergling timing, but with his Overlord, he's going to see his opponent has that gas, and he's going to know probably going to see a defensive Baneling. If you skip that, then you're playing too greedy. Man, I don't think Symbol's going to skip that.
No, I don't think so either. We have already now speed coming out for Life, and a Symbol in this situation, of course, he is already getting gas too. He's a little bit later with the gas. This will give Symbol the chance to, Life the chance to actually try to go in and force a few engagements. But we have Symbol now also going into a more defensive position with the Baneling Nest as he's getting here.
Yeah. Baneling Nest comes out first. He knows that his opponent's speed is faster, so he knows the possibility of that. And he actually still has no information directly, though, about what's going on. So he plays it safer with the faster Baneling Nest. He'll start his own Zergling speed very soon, probably like right now. He has the resources for it.
Yeah, with the Baneling Nest earlier now, he can now just rely on his Banelings to be safe. He doesn't want to be aggressive, because if you're up against Speedlings, you don't have Zerglings on your own, your opponent can literally run circles around you. And in this situation, we have, of course, Life committing to the aggressive strategy. He's the one who started the speed earlier, got the Baneling Nest a little bit later, so he's the one who wants to apply pressure.
Yeah, and he knew from the beginning his opponent had elite gas because he went hatch first. So he knows he has this opportunity. He's hiding his Zerglings very well, but does show them now as speed finishes, and he will be able to catch these 2 lings if he wants them, and he probably should. He's actually just going to ignore them, interestingly enough. He wants to get there as fast as possible before the Banelings can morph, but 2 Banelings sneak in. Problem is there's no real drones here. He could go for the Larva, but he actually blows up on the Queen. A huge mistake by Symbol.
And here come the rest of the Zerglings. Life is now in a position where he wants to bust through the ramp and try to take down those Queens, but it's going to be really difficult for him. As long as he can put pressure on the hatch, though, he forces the reaction of the Azubu player.
Yeah, very close to hitting one of those Banelings there. Now the Queens, though, are totally exposed. Very bold for him to walk down with those Queens like that, but he knows a few Banelings are morphing, and Life now has to sit back and wait. Spinecrawler is on the way back at home for him for a counterattack, if it ever comes to that.
Speed still not done for Symbol, but he will be in just a few seconds. Those 2 Banelings at the front, of course, they really threaten the Zerg player, and now that he doesn't have vision of the high ground anymore, it's really difficult for him to engage. Oh, he still has the Overlord there.
Yeah.
My bad, sorry.
Symbol, ooh, that was close. Symbol actually dealing with this very calmly, and Life being very patient as well. He doesn't overcommit. He knows that with a good defensive setup, with the defensive banelings we have, and also the queens, if he just runs in, he's going to lose too much, and he's trying to make the most out of it now. He's droned up back at home, he has a spine, and we've kind of evened out in this game so far with worker count.
Very good for Life to get those Zerglings in the main base, that he has the scouting information. This is really important to him. He's the one who droned up a little bit faster than his opponent, but Simple, after he took down those Zerglings, is going straight into Lair.
Yeah, with the extra gas as well, he's going to have mutas out much faster than his opponent, and he's going to have much more of them early on. So this is usually a matchup that once this aggression stops, it ends up being a mutalist versus mutalist battle where every single gas packet of 4 gas matters.
A lot of players are trying to go into Infestors now in the late game when they realize that they are behind. It's a little bit difficult to actually pull that off, but it's quite possible, depending on how you play it. As you can see, Life is now getting the additional gas. He really wants to make sure that he has the gas available so that he can start with the Spire as soon as Lair is done. But he did not give up on the idea of being aggressive here.
Yeah, certainly not. He's going to try to get this queen. Has to pull back. Really nice control by Life, though. Pulls the Banelings in at the last second, trying to bait.
This is getting close. 2 for 2 Banelings earlier, but now suddenly they're in the mineral line.
And now, while the Lings come back with the drones as well, he takes that opportunity to surround and kill a queen. Perfectly done by Life. That was excellent.
Yeah, the queen is down, and this limits the production of Symbol. 6 harvesters have been killed, and this also makes up for Symbol taking a little bit of a disadvantage here, but he's the one who goes into the Spire first. As you already mentioned earlier, Wolf, he had the fast attack.
And he also has the faster gas mining, so that's going to really, really help him out here. He's about 200 gas ahead of his opponent overall, so we'll see how that ends up playing out. It's 2 mutas, but right now the game is stabilized to a point where it's very difficult for Life to actually continue this aggression. He's trying for it. With the Spine Crawler there, though, he's never going to get a better trade. The defensive advantage is too much.
He's just trying to make sure that Symbol is getting more Banelings, and this is exactly what Symbol does. Life, on the other hand, is also committing more and more to additional Banelings to get a chance to take those down.
Yeah, and neither player knows the timing of the Spire exactly. The one thing, though, that Symbol does know is that Life has taken a third base. He sees it with his Overlord on the right side of the map. Great hit.
That was a beautiful hit for Symbol. But the third base, as you said, is really important. Symbol has to try to put that pressure on the third.
Life just has the better Zergling control here. He's always pointing a Symbol into the wrong direction. He goes and snipes the queen. He could get a second one, maybe. He sees the Spire timing, that's for sure.
The queen is already retreating, but there is just no way to block that off. He's going to lose both. He's going to lose both queens. That is horrible for him.
Yeah, and another Baneling did roll into the middle line. Didn't get very many kills. But this is looking worse and worse for Symbol. Yeah, he has the Carapace out. Yeah, he had the Spire first, but he doesn't have the queens to produce more units.
Look how he annoys his opponent here. His micro is exceptional. He's now suddenly in the main base trying to pick up additional harvesters. And this is brilliant. This is just Life being Life. The guy is now in a position where he has so much additional lava compared to his opponent because he took down queen after queen.
Yeah, not only that, but he has the third hatchery as well. So he's going to have that extra larva. And he has the resource to make 9 mutas at once. So he's going to pull ahead. Even though his first few mutas are behind, he's going to have way more of them overall.
Exactly. And the most important part in this situation, ladies and gentlemen, is the third base, which is up.
Yeah, it's up, and he's going to take those gases very soon.
I'm actually surprised that he didn't take them earlier.
Yeah, he was, I guess, worrying about the micro, which is where we ended up in this point in the first place. But now he sends 2 drones over to take it. And a nice little run by here by Symbol. He may be able to even up the tides with the queens. Targets 1 down, goes to the main.
Yeah, 1 queen is definitely going to fall. The second one most likely going to kick it too.
It's going to be very close. Looks like he will save the second one.
And he saw the 2 Banelings, but he didn't react just yet. I don't think he really spotted them.
Yeah, it's like he's not noticing. And now he sends 2 lanes, but they're a bit too late. It's all about the queen here. The queen should be able to help out enough.
It's going to be fine. He's at least going to take down 1.
Oh, barely saves the queen as well. And we see Symbol with his mutas out first, gets a little bit of advantage when the Overlord killing war.
But the additional gas now at the third, this is what it's all about. Symbol, on the other hand, took the gas first before the hatch is actually done. So he's trying to make sure that the lead that Life has in gas is as small as it could possibly be.
And he's really dominating with those mutas as far as Overlords go. Oh, he's going to easily be able to force a cancel on this hatch. No, he doesn't cancel because it died, or it finished.
He's going to take it down.
He's going to lose it.
He's going to take it down, no problem whatsoever. There's just no units there to save it. This is horrible for Symbol.
Yeah. He had that early lead with the mutas, but it's just the late game that's going to be the problem as more and more gas streaming in constantly for Life here.
And Life is making sure that the minerals that he has go into additional defensive structures. Building the first Spore Crawler here at the third base. He has the extra queens up. He has Spore Crawlers in his own main base, and he is just continuing to pump out Mutalisk and getting those upgrades.
Yeah, pumping them out left and right. He's just got the better production of them. He's already taken a lead.
It was actually the cutest Zergling that I've ever seen. That was like a little bit I don't know. There was a camouflage circling right there.
Yeah, it was like, it's the rare black version of the Zergling. I'm not sure what's going on with that. You know, every once in a while the pixels just come out a little bit different. You get the ugly Zergling. See that?
It's evolution. It's the ugly duckling.
That may be a hint at what we have to see in Legacy of the Void.
Can he morph that into a Baneling? I would love to see the Baneling come on.
Yeah, that would be really interesting. Oh, this is not good. He's going to lose one meter probably here. Good split by Life. He wants to corner, get a little bit of a pitchfork going on.
He has more Mutalisks than his opponents already, and the gas is still going strong for Life. Life is in such a beautiful position here.
These spores are not ready yet. He could engage with the Queen. Nice pick off there. Gets away. No cancel.
Yeah, no cancel just yet. And the upgrades are the same, but surprisingly, it is Symbol who goes into the attack upgrade first.
Yeah, really bold move by him, but that's going to actually help him out quite a lot if the game goes longer. When you have Muta versus Muta, part of the battle is actually your Mutalisk bravery, like your charisma with your Mutalisk. If you can trick your opponent in the ball to think that you have more than him, you can actually control engagements that way. And I think that's what Life was trying to do with his Mutas, was trying to scare Symbol back. The Mutalisk count right then and there was better for Life, but he didn't have all of them together. He loses one here. This is huge.
Yep, loses one. The third base being attacked a little bit, but Life is in position. Now trying to chase down as many Mutalisks as possible.
The Mutalisk count right now, 21 to 29, and Lifesaver, he's 8 Mutas up right now. Oh, and another Overlord goes down. Really nice control by Life this entire game. Whether it's his Zerglings or his Mutas, he is sniping things.
Look at the supply alone. This is a 30 supply lead in a mirror matchup for Life, who is on 3 bases. Could very well even take a 4th base if he secures it against Ling Run buys. But he is trying to just hone on the 3rd once again.
And it looks like we're going to have the final battle here. A few more Mutalisk reinforcements going in.
He actually has an upgrade lead at this point, if I'm not mistaken. Nope,
not quite yet. And if had he had it, I think this would have been a different story, but as this Life crushes through, he's got a 50 supply lead, and the game will end here.
He's taking every single Mutalisk down right now. The Lings are streaming in, taking on the Queens. GG. Life, he is 4-0 in the GSTL just yet, and you can really see how relieved the StarTale coach was in this particular situation.
They called upon Life, and he delivered. And he's going to force the second player to come out for StarTale.
Life is unleashed. The times where we unleashed the Kraken in Korea are a thing of the past. Right now we unleash Life, and he is already in a spot where he took out the first player, the most important player maybe for Team Azubu. Who's going to be his next opponent?
Yeah, that's what we're going to find out in just a moment. Azubu's got a lot of plans.
Yeah, they have a really good lineup here and a lot of good players that he could send out. We could see another ZVZ with Violet coming out. They have Ganzi, who already all killed during the season.
Yeah. Violet with a very strong ZVZ, but after watching Life take Symbol out there, they may be hesitant to use ZVZ. They might want to use a different matchup.
Yeah.
And they probably didn't expect to see him this early.
They are still in a position where they are in the lead. Not only do they have the map choice, but they are 2-1 against StarTale right now. And it's going to be interesting to see what exactly the map choice is going to be for Team Azubu, as well as the player choice.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, in fact. I don't think we're going to see someone like San. To me, it's either Violet or Ganji coming out right now. Ganji's shown excellent TVZ in the past.
Yep.
He got the all-kill last time for this team. Or we could see another ZVZ with Violet just tries to get rid of him, but then he's a top player for Azubu to send out a final one for.
I think the one thing that we can be certain of is that there is at least one sniper on the Azubu bench that has been practicing against Life. There has to be one person. Of course, if StarTale can pull it off, they try to avoid to send him out because of the reasons mentioned earlier, but there is always the situation if things get like really desperate for the StarTale team, he will be there, he will be playing, he is their best player. So there has to be at least one player on Team Azubu that is practicing, especially to take out Life today.
Yeah, and we're going to find out who that is in just a few moments. For me, I'm feeling either Violet or Ganji, and less Violet after seeing that last match of the ZVZ. Do you want to try it again? I mean, Life made some excellent micro decisions. That was not a ZVZ that was won by builders or luck. It was all about the skill and the control that we saw from Life. Who's it going to be?
Here we go. The bench is ready, and look at that. We don't have Ganji, nor do we have Violet. It's actually going to be a Protoss player today. It's going to be San who has to deal with Life now.
I cannot believe it.
That is going to be a really interesting game. San apparently one of those guys who is prepared to take on Life. The Protoss player here.
I am shocked by this choice.
This is actually going to be...
I mean, I literally said I don't expect to see anybody like San. Wow.
A Code A player here up
Yeah.
against Life right now.
He did just recently qualify for the Challenger League, so
Yes, he
you
did.
can see that he's been practicing hard. And this may be why we haven't seen him as much in the Team League until now.
So I guess let's see how good the ZVP of Life is these days. But we have a 5-minute break coming up before we are heading into the next game. Stay tuned, guys. And then we will be back at the GSCL Season 1 2013. Azubu versus Startail with Life versus Sun.